Gloria Vanderbilt's name is synonymous with luxury, elegance, and old money. But behind the name and the glamour was a woman who faced unimaginable adversity and refused to be defined by it. Hers is not just a story of inheritance or fame. It's a story of grit, reinvention, and starting fresh when most people think it's too late. Gloria was born in 1924 into the prestigious Vanderbilt family, one of the wealthiest dynasties in American history. Her early life may have looked charmed from the outside, but in truth, it was marred by turmoil. Her father, Reginald Claypool Vanderbilt, was a great-grandson of railroad and shipping magnate Cornelius Vanderbilt, one of America's richest men. Reginald had inherited a $40 million fortune, but by the time he married a diplomat's daughter, Gloria Morgan, when he was 42 and she was 17, he'd blown most of it. Gloria's father was an alcoholic gambling addict who died of cirrhosis of the liver 15 months after her birth. He left a $4 million trust fund for Gloria, equivalent to $73 million today, once she turned 21. Her mother and aunt fought bitterly over custody, resulting in a high-profile court case dubbed the trial of the century. Gloria, just 10 years old, became national news, a pawn in a feud fueled by money, power, and control. Young Gloria became known as the poor little rich girl as salacious details of her mother's life were revealed during the 7-week trial. The publicity stripped her of any real childhood. The constant surveillance, the legal drama, and the emotional instability left scars that would shape her entire life. Despite the wealth surrounding her, Gloria's life was filled with emotional loneliness, identity crises, and a search for purpose. She became an actress, an artist, and an author, but for much of her adult life, she was still living off the trust fund left to her by her father. Then, at the age of 52, an age when society often suggests women should slow down, Gloria made a move that shocked the fashion world and made history. She decided to create something of her own. Not as a Vanderbilt heiress, but as a working woman. In 1976, she launched her own line of designer jeans. They weren't just any jeans, they were the first jeans designed specifically to fit and flatter a woman's body, made with stretch denim and stitched with her signature swan logo. The tight-fitting jeans, featuring Gloria's name on the back pocket, became hugely successful, especially after she promoted them in a series of clever marketing campaigns that cashed in on her celebrity status. She wasn't just licensing her name, she was building a brand. And that brand exploded. At a time when women over 50 were considered past their prime, Gloria Vanderbilt was proving she was just getting started. She became a cultural icon, not because of her last name, but because of her daring, vision, and entrepreneurial drive. Her jeans business was wildly successful, generating millions of dollars. For the first time in her life, Gloria was earning her own money, not living off family wealth, not collecting royalties, but building from the ground up. And she did it in an era when older women were invisible in the fashion industry. She changed the narrative. But Gloria's challenges didn't end with business. She endured heartbreak after heartbreak, including the tragic suicide of her son Carter in 1988. That pain never left her. Yet she kept creating, kept working, kept reinventing. She wrote books, painted, gave interviews, always honest, always vulnerable, always reaching for something more. Gloria wrote several novels, including a steamy erotic novel, Obsession, penned when she was 85. On her 95th birthday, Gloria Vanderbilt wrote on her Instagram account, "I do believe that it is only once you accept that life is a tragedy that you can start to live. And oh, how I have lived. So many lives, so much work, so much love. It is incalculable." Gloria Vanderbilt reminds us that it's never too late to start again. That no amount of money can shield us from life's pain, but with courage and creativity, we can still rise. At 52, she didn't settle. she stepped into her power. She became a working woman, an innovator, and a model for resilience. She died at 95, having lived many lives. And perhaps her greatest legacy isn't just in denim or art, but in showing that reinvention is always possible. No matter your past, your age, or your losses, there is still time to create something new. We hope that you are inspired by Gloria Vanderbilt's story. Please like and subscribe to see more motivating stories about great people who started late.